there's nothing wrong with not wanting to exist. I don't understand this notion that people are somehow bad people or just whatever if they want to not exist anymore. We were violently ripped from our spirit, complete spirit existence, from our soul existence, and our soul was forced to come here in this prison planet. I know it sounds negative and all that stuff, but that is what it is. Look around you. This is a negative hell space. We were ripped violently. The fact reproduction itself is an act of violence. And I'm in support of James Ideon, whatever his name is. He talks about this, and I've always said this. We were not meant to be here. You have to be a complete idiot to think that this is supposed to happen. This is all an act of violence. The fact that you were in pure spirit form, pure bliss. And it has to be bliss, because if you're not mortal, living is to suffer. To live is to suffer. And there's levels of suffering, but we're all suffering regardless of how much money is in the bank. Trust me, those Kardashians have been and so the fact that we were ripped from our pure soul form and placed in this mortal body that we got to wipe our ass and we got to have diseases and we got to piss 17 times a day. Well, I'm old, I got to piss 17. You know, we got to brush our teeth. We have to just maintain these bodies that become burdens. And then they become more of a burden as we get older. We work for nothing. We work to retire for 5 years. We barely take vacations. We barely get to see the planet that we're forced to be on because we can't afford passports and plane tickets and can't get time off work. It is a hell space. And so what I'm here today to tell you is that it is an act of violence for, it's not necessarily the parents' fault because we don't know how that soul was dragged from the ether and placed into that fallopian tube, but, you know, and why did you incarnate into a certain family? You know, there might be some random reason for that, or it might be an exact reason for that. I don't know. But the point is that I'm not here to blame all of our parents, because our parents were also forced to be here as well. I'm blaming whatever this is, whatever is happening here is wrong. Ever since I was a little boy, so I was like, ever since I could talk, I was like, I don't want to be here. Why am I fucking here? And it's like, I'm not going to do anything anytime soon. I'm just saying that collectively, we need to just admit that this is not supposed to happen. What is the point? We could have just existed. Think about life before you were born. The worst thing that could have happened to me in my life is being born. Before I was born, I was in bliss because I didn't have to stress. I didn't have a mortal body. I didn't have capitalism. I didn't have to exist in a system where I have to continuously conform and continuously reshape myself to please everybody else. This is an act of violence. The fact that life exists is an act of violence. All animals suffer. Everything is suffering. Fuck this. I'm saying that you need to think about having a baby. We don't need more people here. There's way too many humans. Humans are causing more suffering to the earth as we populate even more. And eventually we're going to go extinct because we're going to make ourselves extinct. But act accordingly to what was given to you. You're in hell, rebel.